You are what you eat. A few videos ago, I talked about my anxiety and depression. That was really fun. Today, I thought that I'd try to help some more, I guess. So I'm gonna be telling you 6 tips to help with anxiety and depression and probably other disorders and health issues too. Number 1 is therapy. I said in my last video that therapy isn't for everyone, and it definitely isn't. I had a good therapist and a bad therapist. If I would have just stopped after the first one, I would have thought therapy wasn't for me, but it turns out that the second one was for me. So, trial and error. You can do general talk therapy just to, go through some stuff. That's what I did. Or you can try to find a therapist who specializes in your specific disorder if you've already been diagnosed, or if it's something that has to do with childhood trauma or past trauma. There are people who work directly with that. So yeah, there's a lot of options. And if you think that there's something wrong but you haven't been diagnosed yet, I would suggest going to just a general talk therapist if that's something that you feel like you want to do. Number 2 is medication. We're talking serotonin reuptake inhibitors. I've only tried serotonin reuptake inhibitors. There's like a different kind with like a longer name, but I don't know what that is. They've only ever given me Celexa, Prozac, and Zoloft. Serotonin reuptake inhibitors, they are, I learned this in psychology, they are exactly what they're called. So, serotonin is the chemical in your body that makes you happy, and then people with depression have a problem with that because if it's chemically induced, then the serotonin that your body gives out, there's this process called reuptake, and it you put out the serotonin and then it's like, oh, let me take this bit of serotonin and go on my own, but then if you have that chemical imbalance, then your reuptake system is just like, oh, give me all of it, and it just takes too much serotonin, and then you don't have enough to be happy. That's basically what I took away from the class, so if that's wrong. But basically, the serotonin reuptake inhibitors inhibit that process so that you have more serotonin so you can be more happy. And I do think that was definitely like a big problem for me because the drugs help. Do your drugs help you? No, I'm talking about your happy pills.
Oh yeah.
Me and my mom are both on the same serotonin reuptake inhibitor. We're both on Zoloft right now. And another thing to help depression is a dog. Number 3 is exercise. I don't do this one. I exercise here and there, trying to be healthy, whatever. Then I also did the splits video, and honestly, that was a lot of work. But if you do exercise on a regular basis, that is something that helps. Because I don't exercise on a regular basis, if I just go out and try to run a mile, I'm gonna pass out not even halfway through, and then the next day I'm gonna feel awful and I'm just gonna lay on my bed, and it's not gonna help me. It's gonna hurt me. But the thing is that if you keep doing that, then your body gets used to it, and working out lets out endorphins, which make you happy. And then exercise also increases confidence and your self-esteem, and it's not even you don't even have to run a mile. I walk my dog every day. Maybe that helps. I mean, I'm doing a bunch of other stuff that helps, so it's hard to tell which things are helping, probably all of them, to be honest. Number 4 is relaxation things. I'm talking yoga, I'm talking meditation. I tried meditation and I actually really like it. Meditation requires you to just be in the moment and not have your brain think about a bunch of things, and that's really difficult for me because you're not really supposed to be thinking. You're just supposed to be aware of yourself and your environment around you. I use those meditation videos where the person walks you through the meditation, and it helps a lot to keep my brain focused. There are ones that help with creativity or focusing, and they have all these kinds of things. Number 5 is diet. Don't stop eating, but eat healthier. So if you eat things like sugar, caffeine, alcohol, don't eat alcohol. If you're taking in substances like that picks you up for a minute and then you crash. and the crash is bad. That's where like the depression, anxiety comes in, you know? So you want to have a healthy enough diet to where it can sustain you for a long period of time so that you're not crashing, you're not letting the depression, anxiety get to you. Basically, you are what you eat. Number 6 is get organized. I have a problem with this one, but whenever I do it, it helps a lot. I have this book right here. Look at my video outline. Don't look at this page, it's ugly, but this is my video outline. It's like, it's a book, and I put things in it, and it's really nice, and it makes me feel better. Honestly, I live by lists. Lists help me so much. Like, I have so much anxiety if I don't have a list. Like, it doesn't even matter if I follow the list. If I have everything that I need to do or anything, I need a list. Your environment reflects how you feel on the inside. I am a strong believer of that. As you can see, my room's a mess. I am a mess, but it's fine because my next video is gonna be me cleaning it. I definitely feel better about myself and my productivity if my room is clean, which is very rarely. Because like, imagine you wake up and there's so many things you have to do, and then you realize your room is a mess, and that's just one more thing, and it's like, well, my room's already a mess, how am I gonna do this? Let me just sleep. That's not good. So if your room is clean, it's just gonna boost that feeling for you to be able to be productive. Make goals for yourself. If you set goals, then you're gonna want to achieve those goals. That's the point. Don't set like unreachable goals, because then you're just gonna fall short and feel bad about yourself, and that's not what we're after. So if you have a goal, break that down into smaller goals. That way you can reach it. Speaking of drugs, since you're at that goal, you can reach the next goal, and the next one. You can keep going until you reach your like overall goal. Because you've been reaching goals, it'll push you to make more goals. If you do creative things, that'll make you feel better. If you have the free time, don't just lay around. I know it's tempting, especially when you're having a bad day, but if you do something, it doesn't always have to be something really productive. You don't have to like clean your room. You can just like draw a picture. You can color in a coloring book. You can make a YouTube video. Like anything creative will, like just achieving, like finishing something, making something, that'll make you feel good too. Find your passion and be passionate about it. Because having a schedule and being focused and achieving the things that you want to, that's gonna get you on the right track. But being passionate about it, that's gonna keep you going. Now, with all of these things, what I want you to take from it is that these aren't tips to cure your depression and anxiety or whatever it is that you're suffering with. These things are to help cope and make it less of a inhibitor. They don't have to define you. Like, you are not anxiety and depression. You have anxiety and depression. You have to take control of those things that you own because they are yours, and you can do whatever you want with them. It's gonna be difficult, but you can do it. So like I said before, therapy and medication aren't for everyone. If you have the strength and the willpower to do this on your own, do it. But if you can't, or if you're afraid to go to therapy or take medication, do your research. Like, learn, talk to other people, and understand that it's not something to be afraid of. I know that you don't want anything to be wrong with you, or you don't want to have to put your family or friends through that, like taking you to the doctor, thinking you have a problem. Like, I know it's hard, but they care about you, and these doctors, they're here, they have this job to help others. It may not seem like that most times, but they want to help you. Like I said, therapy, medication, not for everyone. It's not gonna help everyone. Sometimes you have to look for alternatives. And then things like the exercise, the relaxation techniques, diets, and organizing your life, those are things that are going to take time, and they're gonna take effort, and it's gonna be hard, but you can do it. There are gonna be good days and there are gonna be bad days. Like, I still have good and bad days, even though I told you guys that I am at a really good place right now. I feel really good about myself, but some days I wake up and I just can't. I am anxious, I am depressed, I can't do it. I know that that's okay, because I know that there are good days too. It's just gonna take some time, but I'm gonna wake up again and I'm gonna be like, let's make that YouTube video, let's clean that room, let's eat healthy, let's do the splits. I want you to know that I believe in you. You can get better. You are better. You just have to reach out and grab it. And you got this, dude.